Because considering that, we have so many multis and, we find talent today where we least expect it. This is one such place where we hope that we find people, who we don't generally reach to. In terms of question, my question is to KJ and to Ashu sir and people who have production houses and who have empaneled casting directors with them already. My question is that we as freelance casting directors, if today spot a talent through this portal or something, how can we blur the lines in terms of reaching to your casting directors or, sending them directly to a Dharma or an AGBPL? I mean, my worry could be a very micro worry at a very small level, but for a talent, for an actor who's genuinely a very good talent, it might be at a very macro level, So I just wanted to ask, as a casting director sitting in Andheri in one of those, MADA or an Aram Nagar office, how is it possible for me, through this portal, to take those talents to your casting directors or to your production houses directly? Will those lines blur, or is it, again, going to be a channel in the process?
I can speak for myself when I say that we don't have a one casting director. Like I think Shanu casts only for YRF. I don't think that we have one. We work with multiple casting directors. So in that respect, I mean, if at all one does engage with this digital concept of casting, all doors at Dharma open. You just have to get in touch with the EPs of the film, and it's a very simple process, and we encourage that. At Dharma, I think we kind of keep an open, democratic forum in any kind of vertical of the film, and we're not bound to one casting director for any film. We worked with about 6 of them in the last 2 years, so it's an open forum for us.
Yeah, I think ditto that. Even we have worked with now 2 casting directors. Actually, that's a question more for the casting director fraternity. Because there is a lot of insecurity that creeps in that when I want, suppose, a particular kind of actor and the casting director is not able to give it to me, he or she feels not very happy about the fact that not being able to deliver. But actually, that's not the case. So it's between the networking of casting directors that you might have a certain actors in your bouquet and you need to have an exchange. So even like what you said, it doesn't matter to us whether it's coming from you or from somebody else. What is important is we need someone to fit our requirement. So that can be in every... Also, I just want to add here, that what I like most about this portal is also that, when I was doing Jodha Akbar, we needed these oboe players and particular instruments. And at that time, we had to go searching all over, and we found 2 in Canada, 2 in somewhere in Europe, and had to source them and get them. It took some time for us to do. Yeah. But for a portal like this, I think it'll be easier for me to reach out to a very obscure artist who specializes in some kind of expertise and get him for my movie. Or for it can be anybody else's requirement. It can be a musician's requirement. So I think that's a one.
That's a great example.
One of the questions that he wants to know and didn't ask was that how does he monetize his flock with a casting director?
Yes.
Because a casting director is paid by the production house. A freelance casting director actually takes the money from the model who he recommends to whoever he recommends it to.
Yes. Yes.
So if he recommends a particular model, then to a casting director, he loses them.
Right.
And how does he then monetize his efforts?
Yes. I think he has the answer to that through my team already. So, but I think, hold on one second. I think Samir actually has a unique perspective on this, given how much castings they have to do with raw talent.
Yeah, I mean, the way to look at it is that movies have limited bandwidth. The fact that the directors like Karan and Ashutosh will only do these many movies in a year. And then the second amount where you actually get tonnage and throughput is television. And the third, which is really a separate industry altogether, is the world which we are part of, which is digital. I mean, in UTV, we created a show called Chikipedia, which was meant only for the web. And in that, we casted Tahir Raj Bhasin. In fact, because of that series, then he got noticed by Yash Raj and was then in Mardani. So Tahir, to a large extent, was discovered because of a digital web series. The girl who was cast opposite him, Nafisa, actually has a good career on television now. So I think what's happened now, in fact, at Culture Machine, a lot of our product, whether it's on Being Indian or Blush, while we have, mainstream Bollywood talent which comes for the big video, a lot of the talent actually keeps getting called regularly for films. So I think one step to think about is like a funnel. On the top end, you have digital, where you have a lot of tonnage of content, and because of that, talent gets discovered, and quite frankly, it gets watched by millions of people. So you get your face in front of like 150 million people who access portals like YouTube and Facebook and actually get to prove your talent in whatever genre which you are there, whether it's singing or acting or directing, or even people on art and art design actually get regularly called by movie production houses. The thing is, they don't have the bandwidth because they have to choose proven talent, because they're putting that kind of money on a product which is going to cost crores. So they want proven talent. Where do they go? They go to TV, and now increasingly they go to digital. So probably if you're a casting director, get in touch with us at Culture Machine. We create content regularly, and it's a great way to actually focus on new talent, because we can't afford Bollywood talent. So necessity is the mother of invention, and that's the reason why we have to break new talent.
Well, the necessity is the reason why we created Talent Next, so that's a great explanation, Samir. I think we have one more question waiting.
Right here.
Yep.
Hi. Okay, so this question is directed towards Salim. I was just wondering, so what is the most essential thing you look at while forming a crew?
What do you mean by forming a crew?
Like, let's say if you want to pick your actors and even background actors, or is that a platform for in Talent Next? Like, I'm just wondering.
I'm a musician, so if talking about, if I have to choose like a musician, let's say a keyboardist or a Shainai player or an oboe player, or whatever, it's something which touches me. I mean, I don't really look at what the person can do, how many different instruments that guy can play or whatever. But for me, it's just if I relate to his playing or her playing, or the music he or she does, or the singing she does or he does, then that really is my calling, that I feel like I should connect with the person. But Ashu said a very interesting thing about he was looking for these oboe players during Jodha Akbar, and many a times when we do a song, we look for a new voice, and even though there are so many new voices, it's always like, lekin that thumri voice, that little, that age in that voice. And sometimes it's very difficult to find in Mumbai city. And you definitely get something like that more in, the regions of Punjab and Uttar Pradesh and Jammu and stuff like that. And those, lot of artists, they don't really want to come down to Mumbai. They're very comfortable in their own spaces. They're very happy. Some of them are radio artists. They perform on radio and they're phenomenal. And believe me, nobody knows about them in Mumbai. There's so many, and it's really something which you have to really research if you need a fantastic voice. For instance, like a female voice, which is like in her 50s or 60s or whatever. You need that kind of voice for a film song. It's very hard to find. You only have your Kavita Sheth or your Malini Avasthi or whatever, a couple of other artists. But if you're really looking for a new voice, it's very, very difficult. I believe with TN, it will make a difference. If it reaches out to those people, if it reaches out to those artists and those singers and those musicians, we in Mumbai and the entire world will have a great time listening to these and discovering these voices.
That's well said, Salim. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ravi. Hi, this is Ravi, and my question to Salim sir. Hi, this side. सर टैलेंट की बात हो रही है, तो अगर लेजेंडरी की बात ना हो तो थोड़ा सा अधूरा लगेगा. लोग इस समय चाह रहे कि एक म्यूजिशियन पर एक बायोपिक बने. सो व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस कि आर.डी. बर्मन पर एक बायोपिक बनना चाहिए? आप क्या कहेंगे इस पर?
आर.डी. बर्मन जी पे एक फिल्म बन चुकी है ऑलरेडी, विच इज कॉल्ड पंचमदा, आई थिंक इट्स कॉल्ड. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो फिल्म एक्चुअली सोनी पर आई थी, और it's very sad that it didn't really get the kind of viewership it required. But I think it would have been great if it really got to digital content, and because that way to Panchamda pe film bani hai. Just to answer your question, it came out about 3 years ago. It released on Sony Mix or so. I don't know which channel.
आपको लगता है कि मास ऑडियंस तक पहुंचनी चाहिए उनकी बायोपिक?
बेशक, आई थिंक उनका म्यूजिक आज भी जिंदा है, उनका म्यूजिक आज भी हम सुनते हैं, तो बेशक पहुंचनी चाहिए. बट मेरे हिसाब से टेलीविजन अपनी जगह पे बहुत ही कमाल कर रहा है, लेकिन अगर ये सेम चीज अगर डिजिटल पे आ जाती है तो यू नो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जो चीज टेलीविजन पे आती है वो पूरी दुनिया नहीं देख सकती बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोग्रामिंग द वे इट इज. इंडिया ऑफ कोर्स वॉचेज इट. जितना इंडिया देखता है उतना देखता है, जितना बीम होता है बाहर. बट जैसे पंचमदा जैसे वो बायोपिक जैसे बनी थी, अगर उसी तरह डिजिटल पे अगर वो बने तो यू नो कनाडा, अमेरिका, यूके, इस तरह की कंट्रीज में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो ये डिजिटल कंटेंट कंज्यूम कर पाएंगे. तो आई थिंक इट्स बेटर इट गोज ऑन डिजिटल एज वेल.
हाय करण, दिस इज आलोक. आप बस आवाज सुन लीजिए, आपके सामने हूँ.
हाँ लोग. हाँ.
सवाल ये है, एज अ प्रोड्यूसर और एज अ डायरेक्टर जब आप फिल्में करते हैं तो कास्टिंग पे कितना ध्यान आपका जा पाता है और किस तरीके का डिफरेंस होता है एक प्रोड्यूसर और एक डायरेक्टर के होने के नाते?
देखिए, प्रोड्यूसर होने के नाते तो अब कास्टिंग में मैं कभी घुसता ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्टर का माध्यम है. जब मैं डायरेक्टर होता हूं तो ऑफ कोर्स कास्टिंग इज अ वेरी इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस. तो आजकल जैसे बहुत अहमियत है कास्टिंग पे, और जरूरी होता है, क्योंकि हमारे जो किरदार होते हैं, जो एक्टर्स होते हैं, वो अभी वो ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्मेट के कैरेक्टर्स नहीं रहे. अभी नो देयर आर लेयर्स एंड देयर आर ग्रे एरियाज एंड एक ऊंधा एक्टिंग की बहुत जरूरत होती है. एंड आई थिंक जस्ट फॉर दैट I think we have to be extra particular. तो casting is a big drawn out process. अभी बहुत बड़ा process बन चुका है वो हमारे लिए. It's not simple कि हम किसी ने उस फिल्म में काम किया है तो उसे कास्ट कर लो. अभी नए चेहरे की बहुत जरूरत होती है, और ये नए चेहरे जो होते हैं, नए टैलेंट जो होता है, जो हुनर जो होता है, वो बहुत जरूरी होता है टू गो टू डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड पीपल टू फाइंड दैट. है ना, वो बहुत बड़ा वर्ड बन चुका है कि सब चाहते को कोई फ्रेश आ जाए, कुछ अलग हो, कुछ नया हो. वही किरदार अगर हम बार बार उसी एक्टर के पास जाएं, यू नो, जिसने फादर का रोल किया होगा, तो यू नो, आई फाइंड दीज कॉन्वर्सेशंस हैपनिंग अराउंड मी ऑल द टाइम कि लेट्स फाइंड अ न्यू फादर. आई मीन, वो न्यू फादर का क्या मतलब होता है पता नहीं. नाउ शी इज प्लेड अ मदर इन 2 movies. वी मस्ट फाइंड अ न्यू मदर. तो नया बाप, नई माँ, नए भाई बहन, कैरेक्टर्स, इंटरेस्टिंग एरियाज. It's all become about kind of finding new talent and platforming it on cinema. क्योंकि जो भी नया होता है और जो अलग होता है, उसे ज्यादा I think acceptance मिलती है, and you get much more praise for actually trying something different.
पहली फिल्म की अगर कास्टिंग का अगर कोई ट्रिविया आप देना चाहें जिसमें आपको मशक्कत